Welcome to the third episode of podcast series with CA Pradip Modi. I am your host Abhishek Saxena, and it's an honor to be joined by CA Pradip Modi sir, who is a practicing chartered accountant with over 36 years of experience in taxation, corporate law and financial advisory. In this series, CA Pradip Modi sir will be simplifying wills, succession and legacy planning. So let's straight dive to the questions. So my first question to you is, can having a will help prevent disputes among the family members over inheritance?
Yes, certainly, because once the will is in place, the lot of disputes can be avoided. More particularly in a business also or the wealthy person, the disputes are very common in absence of the will, and therefore a will has to be executed to avoid the disputes. It is preferably that will should be registered. Preferably, not necessary that it should be registered.
Okay.
It is on a very plain paper, on a piece of paper, that will can be written because it is a wish list of the person.
Yeah.
So therefore, it can be on a plain paper of the a very plain paper. You can write the will or your wishes.
Okay.
And what is important is that you should put the two executors' name preferably. You can have one executor, but preferably put two executors. That will help them to execute in absence of one to another one.
Okay.
So therefore, there should be two executors, and there must be two witnesses.
Okay.
So if a will is on a plain paper, not registered,
Yes.
it has its own value.
Okay.
It avoids the disputes, and the witnesses will take care of it. If necessary, they will go in a witness box in the court. If someone is challenging,
Yes.
then he will go to the witness box and tell that we were witness of this will, we have signed this.
Yeah.
Not necessary that the witness should know the contents of the will.
Okay.
He is only saying that it has been written in his presence.
Okay.
What is the content written is not necessary that witness should know. An executor also should know. Executor is the person who is executing the wish list of the writer of the will.
Okay.
And therefore, there must be two executors and preferably two witnesses. Witnesses, two numbers is mandatory.
Yeah.
Executors can be a one or two or three. Executors can be an institution, not necessarily a person.
Okay.
So institutions will help that in absence of the person, because natural person may die early, even passing away
Yeah.
before the will writers.
Yeah.
So again, there will be a problem. So it is better that if some institution is there, but small will or the not big size of the assets, the natural person can be an executor.
Okay.
But it is definitely help in avoiding the disputes among the family.
Okay. I got it, sir. Sir, how does a will help in avoiding legal disputes and high court expenses for the family?
Nowadays the legal expenses are huge.
Yeah.
And recently there is one very good will written by Ratan Tata ji.
Yeah.
The will very specifically and categorically state that if anyone beneficiary who is challenging the contents of my will, he will lose the right of the any benefits derived out of the will. So nobody will go to the court, whatever is written, that whether it is a right or wrong or the plus or minuses of the assets,
Yes.
it will be accepted by the beneficiaries as per the wish list of the will writer.
Yeah.
And therefore they can avoid it. Otherwise, the challenging the will and getting the things under the will, it is a quite expensive.
Yes. I agree. So, if someone has outstanding debts, can a will help manage them after their passing?
No, well, good questions. That cannot be shielded by the will.
Okay.
The will writer, that is the person who is writing the will, need to clearly state that these are my liabilities.
Okay.
And that liability first to be discharged out of the assets.
Okay.
And therefore, under the will, the debt cannot be ignored. It has to be very specifically been covered under the will, and it should be declared. Executor should take care of that discharging the liability. But by taking a shelter of the will, you cannot avoid your liability.
Okay. It's very crucial information to be shared, sir. So my next question is, in the case of a blended family, how can a will ensure fair treatment for all the members?
See, in case of a blended family, like suppose for example, the person who is having a second marriage.
Yeah.
The first wife is not there. I'm giving an example.
Yeah.
Here is the blended kind of things where the sons who is or daughter from the earlier wife,
Yeah.
if you want to give them the right treatment along with the other children from the existing wife, the will definitely help them, because otherwise what will happen that there may be a possibility of the partiality. After in your absence, it will go to the only the existing children derived from the existing wife, but the children derived from the earlier wife may not get that benefit. So this becomes a very essential. It becomes an imperative, and it is a mandatory and recommended that you should have a will to give a fair treatment in a blended family.
Absolutely correct, sir. My last question for this episode is, if the family lives far away, how can a will help simplify matters after one's passing?
Sometimes we thought that the will has to be executed in a particular place or in proximity to the assets or in proximity to the family. All these are the myth.
Yeah.
What you have to do is that you should approach to a right professional person.
Okay.
Not necessary that you can write the will on your own. No professional services are required. But since you are far away from your family or far away from your assets,
Yes.
and you have a little knowledge on the law, or you have a certain confusion on law, the professional will help. But certainly you can approach them. You can write the will in consultations with the lawyer or chartered accountants, or who knows having a knowledge on this, or one of your relatives who has a better knowledge. You can write a will even then you are far away from your family.
Okay.
That piece of the paper is very important. But the assets which are located in India, for example, the will which has been written in India,
Yeah.
assets located in India, only it has a legal force. But suppose your asset is located in US, your asset is located in UK,
Yeah.
your asset is located outside India,
Yes.
your will or your wish list may not be mandatorily to be followed by that country, because that
Okay.
country follows their own laws.
Yeah.
And therefore, in India, suppose you are staying, you have to write your will for India assets. For your US assets, you should write your will in US. Or you are staying in UK, you should write the will as per the regulations and law of that particular country. But you can definitely write it with the help of the professionals or those who have a more knowledge on the subject.
Okay. So, sir, thank you so much for providing all these informations. That's the end of third episode of podcast series with CA Pradip Modi. So, don't forget to follow the series for more expert insights. Thanks for watching.